Music, we know it, it exists in our everyday lives. Most people in the world love it. There are some people who don't care about it, there are people who hate it. But not everyone know about the existence of this art, or there are some people who are not aware of it. For quite some time I was one of the people who were not aware of the existence of music. When I was a kid, my mother was listening to MTV, and yes, it was still the time when MTV was playing mostly songs, not like it's doing it right now. There were some fantastic songs like Let's Get It Started from ASPH, and I really loved it. But I still wasn't aware that this is called music. My cousin was showing me Eminem songs with all the music videos. They were really funny for me. But the same, I didn't know that this is called music. For years it was all the way around me. Everyone was listening to this. Everyone was showing me what they are listening to. But I wasn't thinking about it at all. I was mostly focused on playing games, reading books, learning. It wasn't the part of my world. Everything changed with, as you may guess, a video game. When I was playing a game called Sonic Heroes, the main theme of the final boss, called What I'm Made Of, was so amazing for me that I was listening to this specific song over and over and over again, until I realized this is the first song that took me into the world of this art. I was starting to listen more and more, of course without the internet, but fortunately my parents had a lot of music discs, and at this point I've got the idea that I want to learn how to play on guitar. I was still going to middle school and I was getting no money at all from my parents, maybe except those that I was gaining for birthday for my family, and this was so small amounts of money that it took me like almost 3 years to collect enough to buy my first guitar. For a moment I was even scared that I won't be able to buy it because one of my siblings stole part of this money, and fortunately I found out who was that, and my mother gave me the money back. When I'm looking back, I know that it would be way better to start with the acoustic guitar. But I really wanted to learn how to play this first song that came into my soul, that I wanted to start with an electric guitar. This was maybe a small mistake, but I don't regret it at all. I found one guitar, the used one. The new one was like 300 euros, the used one was like 300 zlotys, so 4 times cheaper. And this was a huge opportunity for me that I didn't want to waste. Of course, my dream guitar, the one that is required to play the song that I wanted to, was like 10 times more expensive, and I couldn't afford it at all, so I wanted to get some replacement. And I also didn't know that different guitars have different types of tones that are playing. And there it is, my first and only guitar that I've ever bought. It's Cruiser by Crafter. I don't remember the specific model. I will write it on the screen if I won't forget about it. And I was playing on this guitar for like 15 months or maybe more, and it changed because when you're going to school you have some physical activities, and on some of those, for exactly the basketball, I hurt my hand, the left one, so badly that the pinky finger is basically not responding as it's supposed to be. And because of that, when you hold a guitar, you're using the left hand to catch the strings, and I literally am even now not able to use the little finger to catch the strings. The guitar itself is in almost perfect condition, maybe except one of the analogs, because my brother was playing with the guitar when I wasn't home and it just needs to be fixed a little bit, but the guitar itself, it works as it's supposed to be. I only had to change strings once because I was playing too aggressively and I broke two of those. A lot of people were asking me, do I want to go back to playing on guitar? And some of them were also telling me that you can fix on this finger, you can go for treatment, you can try to make it work back as it was, but it will take time. And I didn't have that time because I was still going to school. I had no time to go back for playing on the guitar. And I found the replacement, so I didn't want to. I'm never ever getting rid of this guitar, mostly for the fact that it can't be both at all. I've only seen some offers on the internet where it was like $3,500 for this specific guitar, and I have no idea if those are new ones or the used ones, or they are made just to order them to be made. But this one is staying for me for probably the rest of my days, and when I will have my own home I will place it on the wall. But back to my thoughts about playing on the guitar, I basically gave up on this idea because I wanted to have something else in my life. I wanted to build robots. I was focusing on something else, and after the guitar I started learning Japanese. As the replacement for playing the guitar, I've got music games. I was mentioning about it earlier. I found out about a game called Project Diva, and this was such a perfect replacement because it didn't require that much time to learn about it, and it was satisfying me enough. It was so enough for me that guitar went back and started collecting dust. I didn't play any other instruments other than the guitar. I was thinking about trying drums, because for drums you don't need to use your fingers, just the hands. But I didn't have the opportunity to actually try it. And if you would ask me what kind of music do I like, I'm not sticking to the one specific genre. At the beginning it was rock and metal, then I started to listening to everything. From most of the genres I have some songs that I like and there are songs that I hate. Probably the only type of music that I hate in total is disco polo. That is really popular in my country, and whenever somebody is trying to play it for me, I'm telling them no, stop, no, I don't want to listen to it. Also, when it comes for music, I can't sing. When I was younger I was taking care of my siblings because my parents were going to work, and the only way to take control over them was to shout really loudly, and it was helping for most of the time. I'm a pacifist, I didn't want to fight with them, but it was really hard to work with them, to make them calm, that I really had to shout. And because I was shouting, I damaged my vocal cords permanently, and I can't make pitch voices. I am struggling with even trying to sing. I sound like crap, and also I don't want you to suffer, so I'm not going to sing right now to actually show you. And I guess that will be all. Music is literally part of my soul, and I can't imagine my daily life without it. So, do you have any experience with music? Are you listening to something? What do you love to listen? Tell me down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like button, and tell your friends about this channel. That will be all for today, and see you next time. Bye!